Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for Tuesday, August the 11th, 2020, and it's called Handle Yourself with a Sharp Tongue and Others with a Soft Heart. And I'm going to start with John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. Okay, in Albania, there's this real big wild wolf that was caught by this family, and they were very cruel to him, and they tortured him for hours. All right, they beat him and they tortured him, and then they threw him in a cage when they saw he was tired. All right, but they didn't feel sorry for him. Okay, they weren't being nice. They knew they had to feed him because he was given out, and they wanted to get his strength back up so they could torture him again. So they threw him in that cage, and they had this donkey that had been in the family for years. You know, they kept him as a slave, and he was serving them faithfully. The donkey was, all right? So they decided that they're going to throw this donkey in that cage with that wolf because they felt like he was useless, all right? But guess what? The wolf refused this, all right? Okay, because he had no intention on eating him. No siree. Those two stayed in that cage for over 3 days, playing and cuddling with each other, okay, and became best friends, both starving. All right, okay, they got so much attention from the other people in the village, and that they were outraged, and they called the police on that cruel family, and the wolf was set free back into the wild. All right, and the family got to keep the donkey, but they had to have him cage free. Okay, and even though the wolf was set free, he still comes back to this day to play and visit with his best friend. All right, and I want you to know, guys, I have been following up on this because this is a post that I read in the New York Daily News on September the 20th, 2019, the day before my birthday. Wink, wink. Anyway, and they are still to this day visiting and playing with each other. Okay, Elmo, enough. Let's move on. I'm going to show you the picture. This is the picture right here. Look at that. Read it. Okay, and then here's the other one, just showing you just a little bit. Google that. That's a very nice, warm, heartfelt story. Okay, that brings me to Romans 1:21 through 22. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. All right, I have always had a kind heart, but back in the day, I had a sharp tongue. If you knew me, you know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, so I stayed locked into the Breakfast Club on Power 105 here in New York City because I have this love for Charlemagne the God, okay, with a lowercase g, because he is just a man, and though he is a father, he is not the one who is heavenly. Don't get it twisted. All right, so anywho, he is a hilarious, wild shock jock, all right? And the only part I wasn't feeling all the way on that show was his daily award, Donkey of the Day. Yeehaw! You guys know it. All right, his intention was to bring attention to someone that has made a jackass of themselves, and we wolves would we would come out via phone calls, and attack them. All right, that's what the purpose was, and the other wolves would eat them alive with their remarks like sharks. But this tongue-tied wolf's heart went out for the victims because, they went too far. They really did. You guys know here in New York. Okay, I used to be obsessed with that mess for years, and then God stepped in, all right, and put a calling on my life and set my heart and tongue free. Yes, he did. I still have a sharp tongue that has to periodically have a talk to my kind heart, all right, when my enemies take things too far. All right, it scolds me and tells me to calm down and have a little talk with Jesus and tell him all about my troubles, all right, before it gets crazy, okay? Before I say something viciously to others and find a loving way to tell them, thou shalt not come from me just because I now embrace my Christianity, unquote. Okay, now instead of eating them alive, I talk with them and befriend them and always revisit and check in on them, always with good intentions, because I know God is paying attention. Power thought. Good deeds should be done for a good intention, not bad attention. Love you guys. Have a great day. And also, I forgot to tell you I love you yesterday. I love you so much. Please forgive me. Mwah.